We are now joined on the broadcast by filmmaker Dibakar Banerjee, who was among the few filmmakers who had returned their national awards as a mark of protest against the government during the FTII controversy. Dibakar, thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. Now, you had returned your national award in 2015 because you were concerned about how the FTII governing body work was made illegal and the students were thrown into jail for it. So when this parliamentary panel says that no more returning of the awards or you're blacklisted for life, how do you see this move?
There is no personal response because I think from that time when we returned our awards, I'm definitely in that blackened list. So there's no personal response, but there's something that, that struck me about this. What struck me was that, forget everything else. Take very neutrally. When a state gives an award, it's an award from the citizens, right? The state is not a third party, which is above the citizens. The state is the citizen's servant. The state is by and for the citizens. And a state award is an award by a lot of citizens to one citizen. When one citizen is given an award and told by the state that, look, we are giving you this award, but in lieu of this award, your behavior from now on will be such and such. That's not an award.
Okay.
That's a bribe.
So you're basically saying that recommendation within courts is muzzling of dissent, and by that they are ensuring that if at all you need any kind of national recognition, you have to toe our line or talk our talk. Is that what you're saying?
Which is what my point is. An award is designed to award some action or something that you've already done. An award is not something that you give for some future behavior. And if you're giving an award, and if after giving an award, you're saying that, look, I'm giving you this award, but first you have to sign that tomorrow you will not listen to the voice of your conscience and act according to the conscience. Then it's not an award. It's a bribe.
Okay. So, Dibakar, whether it is the National Award or the Sahitya Academy Award, what I understand is that it happens through back channel talks, probably also recommendations by people or stakeholders. So it has always had that sort of influence, even though it is you applying for that award. So don't you think that this sort of aspect has always been associated with the awards, or you feel that with the change in government, even the process of who will receive the award has changed?
I wouldn't know about that, because even when I was getting awards, I did not have a very clear idea of how awardees are selected. I don't think it's rocket science. I think every society in the country, in the world, does it the same way. There are a few people who decide, there are a lot of people who recommend, there are a few people who meet, and there is a list out of which you go to a short list and a shorter list and whatever. So I don't think that's the point. I think the point is that if an award is supposed to be given to somebody for some act that he or she has done, then that act is already done. You give the award to that person and you forget. That's what an award is. After you reward somebody, you don't hold the reward on that person's head. That's not a reward. That's a bribe.
Okay. So, while you returned your national award in 2015, you reapplied for getting one for your film Byomkesh Bakshi. And at that time, there were several people who had criticized that move of yours, that you are keeping double standards. What do you say to that now, after you've returned the award and then reapplied for Byomkesh?
I have the right to apply for an award, for a state award, after having criticized the state. That is what my right as a citizen is. I can be awarded the highest award in the land, and yet I have the right to criticize the state. If the award is given to me to silence my criticism of the state, it's not an award. It's bribe.
Okay. While you say that, Dibakar, many people at that time who were also pro-government voices had said that, look, if Dibakar, after protesting and returning his award, can reapply for another national award, then that means that there is no problem with artistic freedom in the country. How would you respond to those comments?
Of course, there's a problem. My applying for an award is my right. I'm doing something creative. I'm applying for an award. And if while applying for that award, I can't criticize the state that gives me an award, then there is no artistic freedom. My artistic freedom should not come at the cost of me not being able to apply for an award. That is not freedom. And if the award is given so that I cannot criticize the state, then it's not an award. It's a bribe.